So I got like 150 videos or something like that on my channel. Not a single one on double bass technique. You wanna know why? It's because I suck at it. That's why. I've had a double pedal now probably for like 4 years or something like that. I got a really nice one, as a matter of fact, as a gift from Yamaha. It's like one of their top shelf direct drive models. And just to prove to you that I never use this thing, look at the difference in wear between these two pedals. So that left pedal has been sitting in the bag for a long time. But anyways, I've recently decided to get into learning how to use it. Partly just for the heck of it. And then the other thing, I got a project coming up in the next couple of months or whatever. And I don't really need it, but it would kind of be cool and beneficial if I actually used it on this project. So I decided I was just going to get down and take the next 8 to 10 weeks and just work on using this pedal. So I'm almost coming into this fresh. Like I have used it before, like I'm not completely foreign to the concept of using a twin pedal, but I've never used one on a gig or anything like that. And I never actually invested the time into learning how to use this thing. So I just thought this was a cool opportunity to let you guys know, because sometimes, you know, if you hold yourself accountable, it keeps you from slacking. So if I tell you about it, you can make sure I stay on top of it. So I'm going to take the next 8 to 10 weeks, work on this thing. But the thing that I wanted to sort of share with you guys is sometimes you might hear me talking about how I just make up exercises. Like if there's a particular thing that I want to learn how to do, sometimes I'll just make up my own exercises based on what I would like to end up doing. And that's exactly what I'm doing with this. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing to start in on this thing and start working on it. So this is what I decided to start doing. I just kind of made up a couple of exercises, some really simple things, and I wanted to base them on the things that I would eventually like to be able to do while I'm playing. So these exercises are things that that I basically want to incorporate into my my regular playing. The things that I'm trying to keep in mind when I do these exercises are things that will just help me play these pedals efficiently. So posture is a big thing. Position of the feet on the pedals, stuff like that, right? You want to pay attention to all of that because you want to make sure that your strokes are even. And then I'm also going to include exercises where I'm doing accents, you know, with each foot, because you hear a lot of dudes talk about how you want the hands to be just like the feet and vice versa. You want the same, you know, same level of dexterity with the feet as you have with the hands. So it's important to eventually get into doing exercises where you're doing accents and stuff like that. Just like you're working on your rudiments, that kind of thing, you want to do the same thing with the feet. I ain't going to touch that stuff right now. Right now, I just want to get into basic single stroke stuff. So I'm going to start out just by doing some simple triplet type exercises, alternating exercises between the hands and the feet, because I want to be able to, you know, stay centered and make sure everything's cool down there as it is up here. So so this is what I'm going to do. It's a very simple triplet thing where you know, I'm just going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to alternate between the hands and the feet just playing 16th note triplets, and then just bouncing back and forth. And that looks like this. So as you can tell, I'm starting out really slow. The reason I want to start out slow is because I need to teach the muscles what to do. So I don't care about speed right now. I could give a crap. The only thing I'm concerned with right now is form. So I'm starting out really slow, making sure everything looks good. And then I'm just going to keep working that, and eventually work my speed up. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate the hands with the feet. So I'm going to mirror my hands with the feet with that same exercise, and that looks like this. Right now it sucks, but it's gonna get better. So that's it, man. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that, a few days a week, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's really all you need. Like, you don't have to do something like this for 3-4 hours at a time, unless you want to. But the plan is to do this a couple times a week, maybe for a couple of days, and then stay away from it for a couple of days, because that's actually going to be part of the process. Your brain continues to absorb and learn the information that you physically worked on, which explains why after 2 or 3 days of not doing it, you find yourself a little bit better than you were before. So, just spend a few minutes working on it physically, take a break from it for a couple of days, and then go back to it. Increase your tempo a little bit, do the exact same thing. And, I want to do this until I can get to doing it at a good clip. And this is something, like I said, I like to do these exercises based on repetitive movements that will eventually turn into things that I can use for phrasing and stuff like that. So yeah, man, that's all I'm gonna do. Take the next 8 to 10 weeks, work on this thing, and and you know, I'll let you in on my progress on the way. But it's here. I got it. I dig it. I don't know how often I'm actually going to take it out on gigs. You know, whenever it's appropriate, I will eventually. But for now, it's going to stay in the basement. I'm going to learn this thing and have a little fun with it. If you're just getting into it like I am, then you know you can maybe try these exercises out for yourself, and hopefully they'll help you along as much as I'm pretty sure they're going to help me along, because I've cheated a couple of times between just to see how the progress is coming, and it's so far it's pretty cool. So yeah, man, just a tip for you guys that are working on your double kicks down there. It's another little exercise you can throw into your routine.